Hello everyone, in this video you're gonna learn about some care tips and growing guide for your prayer plant. The prayer plant is one of the most distinguishable tropicals thanks to its beautiful decorative leaves. The popular tricolor variety has deep green, velvety leaves with yellow splotches down the midrib and arcing red veins traveling to the leaf margins. A slow grower, the prayer plant can eventually reach up to a foot in height indoors. They are fairly popular as house plants, and they can be planted and cared for indoors during any time of the year, but they're not necessarily easy to keep growing over a long term. Prayer plants are low-growing, spreading plants that thrive best when provided with greenhouse-like conditions, including warm, moist, and gentle airflow and plenty of fertilizer. Poorly drained soil can cause plant to die from root rot or collapse. Likewise, plants that are exposed to too much sunlight can become wasted out and develop brown blotches on their leaves. Let's go to the light requirement. Hang or set your prayer plant near a window where it will receive indirect sunlight. Never set the plant in direct sunlight because the sun will score the plant's leaf, or the leaf will develop blotches or patches and fade in color intensity. Prayer plants are gently tolerant of low light areas. In the winter, when the plants go to dormancy and sometimes die back completely, provide them with bright lights to maintain growth. Let's go to the soil requirement. Prayer plants can prosper in a variety of soil as well as their well draining. Typically, a traditional potting mix works fine, but you can make your own combining 2 parts of sphagnum peat moss, 1 part loamy soil and 1 part fertile or coarse sand together. In addition, the soil should be acidic with pH of 6.0 to improve drainage. Add rocks or gravel to the bottom of your pot and be sure that the pot has ample drainage holes. Let's go to the water requirement. During the growing season, water your prayer plant frequently and never allow potting soil to dry out completely. These plants are very susceptible to drought and will not survive if left unwatered. However, to avoid fungal problems, do not let water sit directly on the leaves or let plants get soggy. Both insufficient water and overwatering your plant can cause leaves to turn yellow and drop. When watering your prayer plant, use water that is at least room temperature, if not sufficiently warm. Let's go to the temperature requirement and humidity. Prayer plants prefer normal household temperatures between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Prolonged lower temperature can damage leaves and cause them to drop from the plant. Additionally, prayer plants thrive best in very humid environment. To increase the humidity available to your plant, you can place a small humidifier nearby or place a plant on top of a tray that has been filled with small stones and water. You can also mist the leaves frequently with room temperature or slightly warm water. Let's go to the fertilizer. Fertilize your plant every 2 weeks from early spring to fall, reducing to once a month in winter. With a water-soluble house fertilizer, dilute to half strength. If you use too little fertilizer, your plants will grow slowly or hardly at all. However, too much fertilizer can burn plant's roots. Its leaves will start to brown and the plant can even die. Types of prayer plants. There are many varieties of prayer plants, but the most popular by far is the tricolor variation, available to many garden centers. Prayer plants and calathea plants are closely associative with one another, that it's not uncommon for them to be mislabeled. Within the Marantas genus, a few species are most common. M. euchenera, Erythropelia. This tricolored prayer plant, also called herringbone plant, is the most common variety and features bold red veins. Next is the M. euchenera, Kerchuvina. This variety, also known as rabbit's tracks, has plain green leaves with 2 rows of darker splotches. Next is the M. euchenera, Masangina. This variety has a dark leaf background with silvery blotches along the midrib and white leaf veins. Let's go to propagation or propagating prayer plants. Propagating prayer plant is surprisingly easy to increase your collection and make use of large mother plants. The most common and easiest way to propagate prayer plant is to divide the plant while repotting. Here's how. When repotting your plant, divide it into several smaller plants by gently shaking the soil off the roots and while working them apart. Ensure each new plant has a good mass of roots and several stems. Pot these new smaller plants separately into shallow pots. Keep new division very warm and moist during the first few weeks until new growth emerges. Common pest. Like most other houseplants, prayer plants can be prone to spider mites and mealybugs. If you notice signs of infestation, such as white powdery substance on the leaves or browning of foliage, you can treat your plant with natural insecticides, such as neem oil. These are the common questions about caring for your prayer plant. Are prayer plants easy to care for? Prayer plants are relatively easy to care for, though they prefer greenhouse-like condition, which may be harder to achieve indoors in some areas. Next, how fast the prayer plants grow. Prayer plants are considered slow growers and generally reach about 12 inches of their tallest. Can prayer plants grow indoor? Yes, prayer plants will often grow most successfully indoors. They require very tropical conditions, which can hardly be achieved outdoors in many parts of the country. So that's the end of our topic about prayer plant care tips and growing guides. I hope you learned something from this video, and if you want more videos like this, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell below this video so that you will be updated with our future uploads in this channel. So that's all for now, and as always, have a nice day, everyone.